Welcome back, guys. So right now we'll create a mascot logo, and to create that, most food brands uses it. And from the examples, we have McDonald's and others brands using that. So right now, let's create something like that. So I'm going to come to my Canva to just get a prompt for the idea of the logo. So I would say create I want to create a mascot logo. I want to create a mascot logo for a food brand. Give me a brand name and to design this on Canva. So yes, we are good to go this way. So I'm going to have this prompted. So let's see the name it gave to us, and we have this tasty tales, then the mascot logo on Canva. So we're going to open as usual 1080p px, like that's the 1080 pixel each, that will make it a square format. So here we have our Canva, and I have to create a custom design as usual. So I'm going to say 1080 pixels, yes, 1080 and 1080. Then I create that. So we have that, and coming back to ChatGPT, let's see what next to do. So we're going to use a neutral background, yes, a white color, and the name of the brand is Tasty Tales. So we're going to go to the element for a mascot style that suits your brand. So just search times as chef, food character, smiling food. Yes, yes, yes. So let's look for a chef. Yes, mascot. It has to be a chef. Tasty tales. So we're going to see a smiling chef with a talk. Yes, and a happy anthropomorphic food element, food item, a cute animal holding food. No. So let's use something like a chef with a talk. Yeah. So let's do that right now. Chef. I will just come to my elements, and let me just go back. Yes, we have this. So yes, 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 we have this. So all I have to do is to look for a chef with a talk or a hat. So let me use the elements function to do that. I'm just going to go back. I'm going to use my elements to do that. I'll look for a chef with a talk. So let's see what we have. So I'm just going to search that, and we'll see what we have. So coming back here, I'm going to come to graphics, and here in graphics we have, see an element here, see a mascot character. See this right here, this is a mascot character, as you could see. And right here we have a layout, so that'll be our mascot character. And here we have the select a character, and we selected the character. So we use color picker to, with a brand theme, ensure the mascot. So adding brand name Tasty Tales. So let's look for the brand name. Of course, the brand name is Tasty Tales. So coming back here, me, I'll just add something like to make it look more genuine. So this would be a red color. I would have preferred it to be a red color, or I should make it a green color. This will be a green color, and we have the style. There is the, yes, it's going to be a green color, and it's not looking bad itself right now. So it's going to be a green color this way, and we're going to make it a, we're going to write a test, which is the tasty tail for the brand. So we're going to have tasty. So yes, tasty. We're going to have something like this, tasty. Yes, tasty. Okay, tasty tails. Yeah, tasty tails. That'll be the name of the brand, and here we are. So we have something like this, and this is our mascot, and this is the tails. So let's say this, we're going to change the color of this, the test color. We're going to make it be green as well. So we have something like this, and let's see what we have right now. It's not looking so professional, but it's okay. So here we're going to use a playful font, and it's going to be Fedora 1. So let's do that. Let's do Fedora 1. I'm going to look for the font, and I'm going to say Fedora 1. So I'm going to just increase this just to search for that. Use Fedora. Okay, Fedora. Let's see, we have that. No, no fonts like that. So let's see. Let's see Fedora. No, we have nothing like that. Let's see the other fonts, the other suggestion, Comic New. So let's do That let's look for that comic. Okay, I'll look for comic. Yes, comic and let's see if there's anything like that. So let's look for comic. Let's look for comic related fonts. From here, would see it. So we have comical, we have all this. So let's see comical. Let's see what it looks like. And yeah, we are good to go. I love this. So this is what it looks like right now. So I have tasty tales right here, and this would be our logo. So, but we could change the color. Let's see what ChatGPT is saying to us. So we have to make it a red, yellow, or green. You see, I just gave it a green and we are good to go. So we have to use elements to add sparkle food items just is around the mascot. So yes, a circular over background to frame the mascot and test for cohesion and color palette. So let's do something like that. Let's create a circular, yes. Let's create a circular shape and all I have to do is to come to my element and I'll look for circle, of course. I'll look for circle just to create something like that. I'm going to look for circle and here we are. So let me look for circle and I'm going to look for circle right here. And here we have a circle and the circle will be in frame. It has to come to graphics and it has to be a frame. So let's look for a frame of a circle. So let's do this. Let's choose something like this. And this is not looking bad at all. So I'm going to just give it a green color just as we have it all over the place. So we have a green color and here we are. So this comes this way. This will be our full logo and here is Tasty Tales itself. So we come to position and here in position you get to do your arrangement, you get to align. So we come to advance and you see your advance. So you could easily rotate this if you want to. So you could say you want to rotate this and there is a place you could curve. You could curve this. So let's see what we have right now. So here it is. So let's see. Okay, so let's see what we have right now. So what I want to do now, I would have loved to curve this. So let's go to effects. Let's go to test styles. Let's see, we have different test styles right here. And yeah, no, we don't have. So let me just come back here. Let me just come back a little bit and see what we have. So I'll click on the test and let's look for what I'm trying to look for. So I think we have to look at effects. So let's say effect, let's say shape effect, and I'll curve from the shape effect. So I just curved this, and having to curve this, I'm just going to bring it to where it should be. So yeah, we have this. I'll lock this since I could not choose this. I'll just lock this. I'll lock it right now. I'll use lock to lock that. Then I'll be able to choose something like this. Yes. So we have that locked, and yeah, let me just unlock it. Of course, let me unlock it. I'm going to have it unlocked from there. So right now, all I have to do is to make this smaller. Then we have the tasty tails come somewhere here as a circular. Yes, so yes, we have something like this and we are good to go. So we are going to just create another text around this. So let me just create another text. I'll say taste yummy. Okay, tell the okay, I'll just create another sub-heading text. I'll say tell the tell it is yummy. Tell it is yummy. Yes. And this will be it. So let's create something like this. Let's create a variation. So I'm going to give this, I'm going to put this here and I'm going to give it a green color as it is. And I'm going to give it front size a front size, it has to be smaller, yes, it has to be smaller like this. And our text style, it has to be something, no, not text style, front has to be comical as well. So let's see, no, let's see what the a better font would be. So let's just leave it at Arimo for now. Let's leave it at Arimo and let me just try to copy it. I'm going to choose the text here. I just did that. So I'm going to choose the text and I'm going to come right now to, I'm going to come to effects and I'm going to come to shape effects. I'm going to copy that No. So let me just click on it. So the curve goes this way. It goes this way, not this way. So it goes this way. So right now I'm going to have this that says we should tell it is yummy. So yes. So we tell it is yummy from here. And yes, we have something like this. So this will be it. And all I have to do is to bring the circle in between here. And yes, we are good to go. So I'll just increase this a bit, and here we have a mascot logo just created, which is looking so good. This looks so good, and right now all we have to do is to select it. Like we have to do a multiple selection. So I'll start my selection. I'll say select multiple, and right now we start selecting multiple. So we have to select that as well. So I'm just going to click on select multiple. Yes, select multiple, and yes, we're going to select all the multiples. So we're going to have them selected. Yes, yes, and we just selected multiple. I'll group that, and here we have a very good logo right here. So we could export this from here. I could export. Remember, we have to export as png, so I'm going to export as png as usual. Then I'm going to have this downloaded. So we just created a mascot logo for a food brand. So right now I want to design another type of logo, which is the combination mark. So I want to design, will be the prompt. I want to design a combination mark for a beauty brand. Give me a suitable brand name and how to go about the design on Canva. So it's as simple as this. So when you get the idea of the company you want to design for, from getting the idea, you're going to be able to just give one or two description, then have it prompted. So now I'm having this prompted and it says shopness. So let's say that more like a supermarket. So we are going to just start the design right now. So I open it up, create a neutral background. Yes, so we're going to come to elements. So let's come to our Canva right now. So coming to our Canva, we have to just do the basic. And what is the basic? We have to create a new layout. We have to create a new template of a custom size. So right here, I'm just going to come here to create a custom size, which is 1080p as usual. 1080. Yes, I'm going to create a new design. And having to create a new design now, all I have to do is to come to my chat GPT to get our idea. So right now I go to the elements, I search for icons that represent retail or shopping. So I'm going to use a shopping bag, a basket, a cart, a store, a tag. And yes, say we are going to use a shopping bag with a smile. So let's search for something like that. So we say shopping bag. So I'm going to come to my elements. So let's come to elements. I'm going to come to elements and I'll say shopping bag with a smile. Let's see if there's anything like that with a smile. So yeah, let's look for that with a smile. So let's look for that. I'm going to come to graphics to look for what to use. But let's see what we have here. We have shopping bags here. So we have to just choose something to use. So let's look for something to use right now. So we have different shopping bags right here. And I'll have to just choose one. So I love this. This is so abstract. Yes, I love this. So yes, we are going to continue. So let's see what next to do. So I just chose that, and we have a simple bag, and with each shopping item tied to the brand name. So let's go right now. It says customize the icon, use canvas color picker. So I'm going to use the orange or teal. So let's use orange, adjust the size and add subtle shadows. Then we're going to add the text sharpness here. So yes, both the word shop and use a slightly letter for next. And yeah, we have all the ideas here below or beside the icon. So let's do that right away. So what we have is sharpness, right? So we're going to have sharpness. So let's do something like that. So I'll come to my Canva. I'll change this color to orange, of course, like we chose orange. So I'm going to change to orange. So I have something like this, and here we are. So we have something like this, and all I have to do is to say I want to give it a name. So I'm going to use a text element. I'm going to use it to create that. So we're going to create something like sharpness, of course. Sharpness. shop. Yes, we're going to have this, and I'm going to bring this below. I'm just going to drag it, choose this, and I'm going to drag it somewhere here. Then I'm going to duplicate this. I'm going to do that, duplicate, and I'm going to come back here. I'm going to come back right here to duplicate that. Then we have something like this, and I'm going to give it next. So we have these two right here. It says shop next, and here we have that. So what I want to do now is to give this a okay. What I want to do now, I will just create like a door like kind of shape around it. So just to make it more creative, so I would say I want to look for a rectangular shape. Yes, rectangle. So I'll look for a rectangular shape. That will be shapes. So I have to come to shapes, and here we have, I'll come to graphics. So we're going to choose something like this, a rectangular shape. So let's see what that will be. So I can choose any of these. So this is a rectangular shape for me. And right here, I'm choosing a rectangular shape. So let's see what this will be. So this could be something like this. Yes, we have something like that. So I'm going to give all these an orange color, or change this to orange, of course. Change this to orange, of course. I'm going to change it all to orange, change this to orange. And here we have sharpness. And right now we have to make this a different, so like from what we had earlier on. So just bring this up here for now. Then we have this. So right now let's go back to ChatGPT to understand what it says we should do. So from here we have to make shop bold and the other one lighter. So we use orange. So let's do that right now. So we have to make this lighter. That's what it said. So I'm going to come to format, and I'm going to not bold it, and we have something like this. Then the fonts, let me choose a font. So the font has to be, let's see the font style. So we have this and this. So we have align the icon and text. We have resize and adjust onto the logo. It's good import. Yeah. So yes. So yes, we're going to use a railway. So let's use the font. So let's use a better font. So I'm going to just choose my font. I'm going to choose my font, which would be, yes, let's choose something like a, okay, Montserrat. Yes, let's choose a Montserrat. I'm going to choose a Montserrat, and here we have a Montserrat, and our it's not looking bad at all. So this is shop next, and we are good to go right now. So I'm going to select them. I'm going to do a multiple selection. So I'm going to say select multiple, and this goes. I'm going to group that, and this could come in. So this could come in right now, and here we are. So this is what it looks like. And right now, I feel like we could change the style. So this is the style of the, yes, we could, oh, sorry, let it come back this way. So we have something like this, and we are good to go. This is a rectangular shape, and we are good to go right now. So let's do something like this. Let's select it multiply. I'm going to just select, I'm going to say multiple. Then I'm going to select what is inside. I'm going to group that. So we have all these, and here is our logo. So I will bring it to the middle. So we could use the line to get if it is in the middle. So here it is in the middle right now. And we just created a combination mark, which is not looking bad at all. I hope to see you in the next lesson. You could export this at the very end, but I hope to see you in the next lesson. I'll see you in the next lesson as I get to export this as a PNG file. I'm going to have that downloaded, and there we are. I hope to see you in the next lesson. See you there.